I've been sleeping there.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Don't tell Entity7.
I won't.
They're so close. Here we go. Heading into our draft, we have Hoopa and Leafeon banned out. Interesting to see Leafeon banned out. We have seen it actually perform extremely well today. It feels like it's had some wild swings, but people who are amazing with Leafeon are doing really well, as Lapras is a first pick, and that Pokemon has been crushing it.
Oh, yeah. This is, I mean, Lapras has been the name of the game for the while. And actually, surprisingly, I mean, I guess there's just so many defenders here, but Slowbro, we're pretty far into this draft, and already we're not seeing any Slowbro. We've got the Umbreon and the Inteleon, the Eons, making some good work. I don't think Mewtwo is allowed, so that would be a very unfortunate pick. Let's see what we end up getting instead. Are we going to go to the Dodrio? Or, okay, that's been working very well, the Zoroark, especially looking at that last set. Great pick.
I think Mewtwo would have been a great choice right there. Now, I know it would have gotten him disqualified, but you know what? Play it out, see what happens. I would have loved to see it here on the main stage. As we're seeing the next two picks here from Makuto, they've got that Urshifu, they've got that Blissey. We've got just a whole list of power Pokemon on both of these teams. Nothing unexpected so far.
Right, now they're going to have to, I mean, they don't have to go that far down to get a defender. I'd be interested if we just completely see the Slowbro skipped in this set. This is a little bit interesting. I mean, hey, I do fully understand the full value of this Snorlax, but to choose it over a Slowbro in this spot, very surprising, I would say. Regardless, it's a great team comp. It's a very solid team comp. And now they're going to counter with DQing themselves.
Yeah, you got to bring that Mewtwo back out. Everybody wants to see it here on the big stage. Maybe bringing out Zacian. This is a interesting Pokemon, Zacian, because I didn't know if we'd have it see any play at Worlds. Obviously, it was dominant all season, but the question is who's going to bring it into a match? Is the fact that it really can't score and it can only fight, is that going to be a big enough hindrance? Well, it hasn't looked like it, as some teams have done very, very well with this Pokemon.
Same, yeah, especially the teams coming out of Asia. That region has really, really shown the strength of this Pokemon in a competitive fashion. I know a lot of the other regions have kind of written it off, and it's kind of shown when they've had to fight against a good one.
Yeah, we're going to send this thing on over to our casters here. Zoinks and Kello, take it away.
Thank you so much, you two, for breaking that one all down. I mean, I'm excited to watch this one, Kello. Two of the best teams in the entire world in a qualification match. It doesn't get better than this. Oh, wait, it does, because we got some adorable plushies in the crowd.
They are super duper adorable, but you know what? Oyasumi Makuto, they are on the big stage. We know they have a lot of fans in the crowd. We have heard them. I myself am a fan, so I cannot wait to see this match.
Yeah, I know we had this game on the B stage before where Oyasumi Makuto played against Kumu, but I was watching it there. It was an incredible game. Last minute heroics from this team, but truly, I want everyone to be aware of how good this Zacian from the side of Oyasumi Makuto truly is. I mean, everyone's going to get to know here as we head into game number 1.
So are you telling us that we need to brace for impact?
Yeah, that would be great. Seatbelts on, everybody. Make sure the airbag is in place because we are in for a fantastic matchup. Of course, if Oyasumi Makuto can win this game, they are qualified for top 8 tomorrow. Entity7 looking to still keep their chances up if they can get this match win.
Yes, they need to try and keep their chances. We have that Kabu going in for that central area, but look at this. Sneaky little Snorlax going and trying to steal this blue buff, and look at that. Not even there to contest it, yoinks it, and now it's going to go for the Voltoy as well.
Wow, Entity7 did not bring out this strategy whatsoever against Kumu. Instead, going to be bringing in the central area invade Snorlax experience share for the little bit of movement speed as well to try to shut down this Urshifu. And, well, holding P up here at 4 is a really, really solid start to the match.
Oh, that is a solid start indeed. Making sure to go for a quick nap, regen that HP, and just try and delay this Kabu as much as possible.
Yeah, it actually takes a ton to actually rotate up to find the KO onto Snorlax there, so a whole lot of time given, and of course some early game persistence. Now that Urshifu will finally be here, but before that fight, it actually allows Reggie to get the KO the other direction.
Oh, they get the KO, but look at this, the presence of this Zacian just freaks me out.
Yeah, the Sword Dog definitely an intimidating force, but wow, an Umbreon flank here to get a knockout. Oyasumi Macro now on the board as well as they get one score here in the bottom path, and the Umbreon showcasing why it is such a powerful pick right now.
Oh, definitely a powerful look, especially when it gets that level 4. You have them trying to battle it out. Snorlax trying to defend. Empty air there, but is going to find that invisible Drizzly there.
Yeah, some great spectacles there from Minato to be able to find that Drizzile. They're probably going to escape. Oh no! And Jackal actually gets the chase up, but a bit too much speed on that attacker to fully get knocked out in that situation.
Sorry, there's not one Zacian. There was 2 Zacians on the map there.
And this
The
is
illusion.
terrifying. Bragos was right, they are terrifying. However, Reggie, I honestly like them in the Zoroark a little bit better. However, great little rotation by Oyasumi Macro gets all of that experience for that 8-minute spawn of the Altaria Swablu. So a really good early game showing from them. However, Reggie is starting to work. They get a KO on Namame the other direction, but P is trying to take this 1v1.
Oh, and look at this. We do have a liquidation Inteleon here, making sure to get these short hits. We have the heavy slam escape, but unfortunately it ends up getting taken down by the Urshifu.
Wow.
Nowhere to go in that flux zone, right?
Absolutely. Too slow, too many dashes on cooldown in that situation. Reggie takes a whole lot of damage from the liquidation, but they are able to earn a lot of that back with some wild Pokemon knockouts. Oyasumi Macro, I would say probably favored in this first Reggie fight. However, we do have Reggie on the Zoroark who can really play spoiler.
Oh, they can play spoiler indeed, but you know what? We have 2 level 8s on the side of Oyasumi Macro. No Unite moves on hand. I know, as I say that, we do have Urshifu that has blocked it on down, but we have the 2 defenders just trying to ward off this Umbreon and create enough space for this Urshifu to solo this Reggie steal. Now they have some backup. Umbreon is just playing that bait, ends up getting taken down, but you know what? I think it was a sacrifice that was necessary.
Yeah, Mame going down in that situation is no big deal whatsoever for Oyasumi Macro. They get that first objective, and not to mention Sui has been doing incredible work here in the top half. Zacian is already hit, that's right, level 10, double digits for them at this point in the game, as well as securing the Reggie Lucky. They won a 1v1 versus Reggie in the top half, would really help put them far forward.
Oh, but because they had no members there, we have the Reggie Alecki that ends up moving on forward. They didn't even capitalize that. Instead, we have a Shifu that is just brawling on and out, trying to defend this pad from this Snorlax. And look at that, the Reggie Alecki didn't actually provide anything helpful for Oyasumi Macro there.
Yeah, not too much in terms of scoring Macro. However, Blissey being caught out, Umbreon trying to play in the midst of 3 Pokemon from the side of Entity7, and in the end, they both just need to retreat. A lot of moves utilized there, though, and they have a lot of information about where the enemy's playing. And look at P on this Urshifu all the way into the enemy central area already, trying to force Reggie out.
Yes, and the Lapras ends up getting taken down. Zoroark trying to get a pick here, is diving on in, uses their Unite move, has to quickly dash on out as we have Urshifu and Zacian here to try and take them on.
Oh, look at this macro play that Oyasumi Macro brings to these team fights. We have a split push, right? Urshifu and Zacian in one side, and then Inteleon Umbreon on the other side. However, Lapras is starting to join this team, but as Entity7 finally has a little bit of impact here in the bottom path, and Reggie finds another. A big Blissey knockout. Parashong is set up onto this Urshifu, and it capitalizes. Entity7 with a big team fight win here at the midpoint mark.
Oh, this is quite a good turnaround here, but we have Snorlax getting denied those 16 points. They need to take down this Umbreon. Inteleon is here for some backup, trying to get some KOs. Zoroark is super duper low. You do not want to get caught out right now. It is left on 3 points, but it ends up only being not much of an overcap, I think. Oh no, it was. 32 went in.
Yeah, 32 into a decently sized goal zone already, so not the biggest overdunk in the world, however, a whole lot of value. Tun does use the Unite move for this Inteleon. It's basically only going to earn a KO onto that Snorlax, however, a whole lot of early damage goes towards that Registeel, and a team that is favored around these objectives like Oyasumi Macro is going to take that one quickly.
They are going to take it down quickly. Blissey trying to get in that dunk, but the Perish Song ends up stopping it. Now they are trying to make this push. They want to create that space. We have the Lapras Express being popped on out, but it didn't end up getting to use that surf.
Yeah, he actually jumping right in front of it to make sure that it only hit that individual target, and they also get the KO on Lapras. That's huge. However, Reggie's here, and they have a Unite move. Tries to engage onto one, but again, the healing from Blissey is so massive. of Entity7 this one, but it sure takes a lot of resources. The yawn into this Pokemon means that Blissey goes down. Great little play there. However, Oyasumi Macro with a great rotation just sends Sweet up to 1v1 the Regieleki, and that's going to be headed towards that second tier goal zone.
Yes, the power, the shred that this Zacian has to be able to solo these Regielekis and just create this pressure up in that top half.
Yeah, a lot of people, when we talk about this Zacian, the role ends up being debated quite a bit. Is this an objective shredder? Is this a tank Pokemon that focuses on defeating those tanks? Or is it just a great team fighter? And, well, it depends on the player and how they want to execute most often. You see them just auto-attacking in the tall grass, making sure that big fourth boosted auto is ready for any big team fight.
I feel like it's just ticked off all of those boxes that you just mentioned right there.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Actually, a cool little stat there from production. Zacian today has had a ban rate of only 12%, but a win rate of about 50%. So take it or leave it. As Pokemon either wins you games or it loses you games. That's how the world works.
Well, it hasn't been picked up very often, but I must say it's always a surprise being able to see it. But we do have Oyasumi Macro making sure to just get some eyes, hiding that tall grass while they have some space to lock down these Swablu's and Ulterior.
Top path has been amazing for Oyasumi Macro all game. However, bottom path, Entity7 has been able to shore up their defenses quite a bit. So they actually are holding on to a score lead. And with a rotation from Lapras towards that top path, they threaten to score 40, but it looks like Oyasumi Macro reads that one and actually goes for the defense immediately.
They're going for the defense. We have 18 seconds left until that Razor Quasar does spawn, but Reggie still is here. Doesn't look like they are going to go and take it, instead opting for positioning.
Look at the positioning of Mame on this Umbreon in the enemy central area, hiding in the tall grass, trying to get as much vision as they possibly can. They only spot the Lapras, and currently Oyasumi Macro has all of the positional advantage around this Rayquaza. They have both tall grasses spotted out, and they're really forcing Entity7 into this middle channel for this initial team fight. And here we go. Snorlax gets a big engage. Reggie drops the Unite move, but the Blitz Assistance ignores all that damage, and he starts off strong.
Oh my goodness, and now that Lapras is getting caught on down, it ends up getting taken out. There's only the Ninetales that is trying to run for its life, but we have Umbreon that is right on its tail. This leaves the space for the rest of 4 members of Oyasumi Macro to lock down those Ray Shields.
Crowd goes wild for the hometown Japanese team to secure the biggest objective of the game. They do need to make sure they find some scores, but with no Pokemon that can do true damage or hit below those shields, it seems like they're going to be able to rack up a pretty large lead. Entity7's been in situations like this before today already, though, but Oyasumi Macro is holding on to this lead tightly.
Oh, they are holding on to it very tightly, considering 4 members of Entity7 are down. It's only the Lapras here trying to defend this home base, but we still have Zacian with the shield and 29 points on hand.
Oyasumi Macro finally here on the main stage, showing why they have earned such a huge reputation from their region. Taking down Entity7 here. I mean, there is 40 seconds left in the match. Blissey does go down, but there needs to be way too much scoring for this one to turn around.
Oh, it's really interesting to see they just left home base there, instead trying to go and push, but you have Oyasumi Macro right behind them. 3 members of Oyasumi are down though. 25 seconds left on the clock. The Lapras Express, they are trying to rush on in, possibly get in some last minute dunks, but are they going to be able to do it?
Reggie goes down to Inteleon. Ton is getting in range. They're using the Unite move from Inteleon, and they're dealing out so much damage. Entity7 needs to score not only here, but on future goal zones as well. But Mame and Ton holding down this goal zone, putting up a picture-perfect defense, and Oyasumi Macro starts off this match 1-0.
And did you see that? A 4 KO streak from that Inteleon as well.
Incredible from them. What a start, and a reminder to everyone, if Oyasumi Macro can win this match, they are qualified for top 8. They are now 1 game away from